This is a Fjord 38 apron. They're built in Germany by the Hansa Group. And this is very much a brilliant day boat, picnic boat, sort of thing you have out in the Med. You've got your villa out there or your apartment. You want something on the marine, just go out with your friends and have a fantastic time, anchor off the beach, have a picnic. This is perfect for that. Now it does have a bit of accommodation as well. I'll show you that, so it can certainly be used as a weekender. But the big news with this is the deck space. There's acres of it, and it's just really nice, easy to configure, and very adaptable. So we're going to step on here. There's a bathing platform here. You could put a tender on here if you wanted. To be honest, most people probably wouldn't, because it's quite a small boat. You can get in pretty close to the beach. So you maybe just put a blow-up inflatable in the engine room if you wanted one. If we head on in, a couple of things to show you here. There's a deck shower, that's just right down here. Another thing to note is the fact there's no sort of raised rails as you often get, because it's got such high bulwarks as we go around. There's just this rail here. It's a sort of boat that you're very much in as you walk around it. You're not on it. Like a lot of boats with the side decks, you obviously walk along them. Of course, that's because those are cabin biased. This is because this is deck biased. These are really adaptable. So these backrests, you can drop them down. You can actually flip them the other way. And I'll show you that on one of those over there in a moment. And it means you can sit facing backwards. You could drop it down, make it into a sun pad. This table, it folds up so you can make it much smaller. But also it's on a high-low leg, which means you can drop that down, make this into a big sunbathing area, drop these down as well. And that then makes that really nice. These ones here, you can move the backrest again. In fact, I'm going to do it with this one. It's a bit tricky with one hand and a GoPro. It's much easier with two, but we'll have a go. What you do is you take this little center section out, which reveals the mechanism there, otherwise obviously it can't move. And if I give that a bit of a cuddle and a lift, there we go. Check that out. As I say, it is easier with two hands, but that's one-handed in the GoPro. So that means that when you're underway, now you've got seating for everybody sat facing forward. That's a really nice thing. Of just blasting down the coast to a beach or heading out to a restaurant or something, it's really nice that everyone can sit facing the same way, but it also means you can have it the other way around as we've got here for dining or socializing or whatever else. There's a hard top on this one, some nice lighting in here as well, as you can see going around, and this is an extending bimini, so this will all power away. This section here rolls back into the trailing edge just there. Over here there's a little bit of catering, not a very great deal, because these aren't boats you go away for a week on and expect to live on really. You just want to maybe rustle up a sandwich or something. So what you've got is a sink underneath here. It is possible to have a little grill underneath there as well, but to be honest, nobody bothers. What there is, however, is a load of refrigeration, because that is what's important. You want to keep your drinks cool, keep your food cool, so it's there, it's down here, there's one inside. So loads of places to keep things cool. This one here is just a little bit of storage, like so. And then we've got switches here for various bits and pieces like the engine access and the lighting and so forth. We will shuffle forward a little bit further. These are interesting. These are fenders, but rather than the traditional round fenders as you normally get, you can see the one on the Fairline next to us, which is what most boats have. These are square, which means they drop into these little racks really well, tuck completely away, otherwise you end up wondering what you're going to do with them. What else can I show you? That's a manual bilge pump. There's electric pumps as well, but you can manually pump the bilge with that. And these are little pin lights dotted around. You can see one back here. Also massive stereo on this boat. It's got, I think it's got something like 8 speakers and 2 amps and subwoofers and the whole lot. Apparently it really does rock the boat, if you'll pardon the expression. Helm position is here. We've got the lift bolsters, of course. You normally drive these things stood up. It's the nicest way to drive them, but if you want to sit down, then you can do. That's what those are for. Drop that back. Helm is here. It's got electronic steering on this one, which gives you joystick control. It's not on IPS, it's on outdrives, but you still get that IPS style ability to just maneuver the boat, pushing that to the side and the boat goes sideways, or twist it and the boat twists. So that's for low speed maneuvering. When you're out at sea, you hit the throttles and away you go. Bow thruster on here as well. Multi-function displays. This is showing us engine instrumentation. This is showing us charts at the moment. We're up in Swanwick currently. And that's a vehicle reversing, I think. Let's wait for him to stop. There we go. VHF radio is here as well, and then more instrumentation for the engines and more switch gear, so horn and pumps and all that kind of stuff are all controlled from there. That's the Fusion stereo head unit, or one of them at least. Drinks holders there, and that's an inductive charger for your phone. Let's see if it's powered up. Car tax due, okay. There we go. If I find enough of these as I go around, I can keep my phone completely charged up. Let's press on a bit further, more deck gear to show you, and more speakers here. These poles, I'll show you what those are for in a moment, and then we'll head up here Another head unit up here, so the stereo is controlled from pretty much wherever you are on the boat. There's a height adjustable table. This can be dropped down, make that another sunbathing area if you want to, but this is a wonderful place to come and tuck yourself away, have a little picnic, just another zone on the boat. It's fantastic if you've got kids or making a lot of fuss at the back end, diving into the water and messing about. You want a bit of peace and quiet, then you come up here. That's brilliant. What else can you do with this? Those poles drop into these little sockets here, another one there, and that allows you to put a bimini that extends from the hardtop out here, so you're not getting roasted out here if it's really hot. Some lovely teak decking on here. I like these cleats that fold away, so they lift up like that. So if you put ropes on them, as it is on the other side, that's how you would do it. If you're not using them, drop them away so it's nice and sleek. These here are so that the ropes don't rub on the teak. That's a rather nice idea. You can see exactly how that works just here, you see. Stainless steel anchor up on the bow, and then in here is your anchor locker, so electric winch and the chain, and the actual control for that is in there as well. There we go. Let's spin on around, take a look at the boat from here. You can see what I mean about how deep-sided it is, can't you? And there's little gates at the back on either side. I should have shown you those, so you can close off those rear entrances. Again, if you've got small kids, that's pretty important. There are covers for all these seats, that's why there's got a little track here. So you don't have to take these seats off when you finish using the boat. You just slip covers over them and they stay in place. Let's come right on around and we'll have a look inside. So we're going back past the helm. As I mentioned, this is really very much your dayboat style. You can spend a night on it, of course you can if you want to. You can spend a week if you wanted to, but it's probably not what you'd buy if that was your main aim. But you do have double bed in here, more speakers, and some quite nice lighting actually tucked around the place as well. It's all nicely done. Another fridge in here as well, a little bit of storage for your bits and pieces. There's some windows in here as well that open, so you can have a bit of ventilation. That's the main Fusion head unit. Let's turn that right down, it's whispering at me, I can hear it in the background. More switchgear is in here and here. And then that one there is your actual battery switches up there, and then you've got things like your charging float and all that kind of stuff, so from your shore power, that's all from there. And then if we spin around a bit further again, very essential is your separate toilet. This is great because if you're away and people want to come down and be in the water all day, they want to just get changed, go to the loo, have a shower, get dressed, that's what this area is probably going to get used for most of the time. So in here there is a shower, pulls out from here. There's a drain in the floor as well, so you can shower here if you want to. Toilet, of course, and a little sink. And again, you've got little bits of storage about the place. A little mirror to have a wave in. What else do you need? But yeah, that really, you need to think about this boat as just a brilliant party boat to go out for the day. And this is a terrific area. Somebody wants to have a little snooze in the afternoon. Somebody wants to just tuck themselves away. Somebody wants to come and get changed. Someone wants to use the loo. That's what this area is really for. But as I say, nothing's stopping you spending the night on. I would. Fine, last thing to talk about then is the engine, and we'll come back around here, the head unit for the stereo, just there. There's a button for the engine lift over here, and that powers up just here. Now these are a pair of Volvo Penta D4 320 engines. They're the larger engine option. You can get 270s. Nobody does. Everyone goes for the big engine on this sort of boat, and why wouldn't you? Top speed with this, it's knocking on the door of 40 knots. I think it's about 38, 39 knots flat out. So it's a properly quick boat. Cruising therefore, probably about 30 knots is going to be comfortable, and you're going to get a range of around 150 miles with a bit of reserve. But what's nice is you've got this big area here, as I've just dropped down into, where you can actually stand and you can get to your dipsticks and you can check your raw water strainers and top up your oil, all that kind of thing. It's all nice and get outable. And you've got things like the hot water is down here. That's what the little fella there is. There's the power trim reservoirs for the outdrive trims. Batteries, again, you can get to nice and easily. So it's actually a pretty decent little engine room. Anyway, let's hoist myself. In fact, I don't need to. There's a ladder here. That's very convenient, he says, trying to find his foot into the right place. Let's drop that one back down. And that's it. That is the Fjord 38 Open. Huge thanks to Inspiration Marine. They've organised this tour. They've also got this 41, and we've got a tour of that on the channel as well. So if you want to have a look at that, help yourself. As ever, many thanks for watching. As ever, let me know what you think in the comments. And as ever, we'll catch you on another one of these real soon. Take care. Bye-bye. About an hour ago, I was filming the Fjord 38 Open, and I said, oh look, they've got an inductive charger, I'll put my phone in and charge it, ha ha ha. Yeah, I left it there. That was about an hour ago. Luckily we're a trustworthy lot as boaters, it'll still be there. I've got faith. There's the boat. There's probably a bloke wandering around it thinking, who the hell's left their phone here? These are Fairlines. This is a Targa 45. Got one of those on the channel. And here is Fjord 38. Everything crossed.